but there does seem to be a theme that many of these people have touched investigations that Donald Trump did not like.
It's really stunning that I'm so you covered the local field offices. I mean, Nevada, Florida, all across the country. They are overseeing criminal investigations, all sorts of investigations that have nothing to do necessarily with political things or Washington, D.C. Andrew, let me ask you. I mean, Ken just covered a number of the things that are so stunning about this. I mean, it's a massive purge. It would strike out a good chunk of the bureau. Brian Driscoll, the acting FBI director, seems to have done this against his will. There are people involving linked to Jim Jordan, Elon Musk, who are walking around the FBI. I mean, you're the former general counsel. What are you hearing? What are we missing about this story that people should understand?
I'd say the main thing in talking to you as a lawyer and the former FBI general counsel, I dealt with employment issues day in and day out at the FBI. Everything that you are hearing that from Ken, it's illegal. It is against the rules and the law it's against civil service rules. You cannot fire career FBI personnel without cause. It is simply not possible. And the idea that you have the acting deputy attorney general of the United States doing something that is against the rules, it's against the law, is the story. So these purges that you're talking about violate the law. When you said, Jen, these are not political people, these are not at-will employees. They have civil service protections. You cannot do that. Creating a list of thousands of FBI agents and personnel who worked on January 6 cases so they can be targeted, illegal. This is something that cannot happen, and it's happening within our Justice Department. I mean, I cannot say just how significant this is because of this is the weaponization of the Justice Department that we're seeing right before our eyes. One good note is if these people sue, we could end up with the trial that Donald Trump has so desperately tried to not have about the conduct and his conduct on January 6th, his efforts to whitewash January 6th. Well, if you fire all these people, some of them, many of them, may sue. And looking at what's being reported, I think that's going to be, certainly it's a case that would go to trial, and they may very well win. And all of that could be laid out before our eyes and be the actual trial that they have desperately tried to not have.
It's such an interesting point, Andrew. I wanted to ask you, I mean, you've been talking to some of these officials all day. You've been working all of your sources, providing us all these updates. Do some of them sound like they are going to file lawsuits? And what concerns are they expressing to you about what their options are at this point?
No doubt there will be people who will sue. Andrew is absolutely right. I mean, this turns civil service rules on their head. The Trump administration is making a gamble here. They're arguing that there's a Supreme Court case that says the president can fire anybody he wants to. There's also a Supreme Court case that says that federal employees, civil servants, are entitled to due process. And so they're counting on maybe this going up to a conservative Supreme Court who grants a president new rights to fire people inside the government. But in the practical world that we live in, if that doesn't happen, these firings are illegal. But the thing is that many of the senior executives who were given this option today or yesterday, retire or you'll be fired, they were retirement eligible. And many of them have chosen to retire. So it's not clear that those people are going to challenge the firings. Now, some of these people were not, and there was one woman in particular who was put in an excruciating situation, and we were told that she just had a couple of years left to get her full pension benefits, and she begged them to be sent somewhere to answer phones, and we were told that she was turned down in that regard. So, but look, stepping back, leaving aside these particular people and their personal situations, this has been a shattering moment for the FBI. I'm hearing from people all over the Bureau who are saying the Bureau is paralyzed right now, essentially. And who would want to work on a public corruption case or any case that they would think would get them crosswise with political figures in the Trump administration at this point? This just raises so many pitfalls for people who are working in what is supposed to be a nonpartisan law enforcement agency. It's also a law enforcement agency with enormous powers of surveillance. It's got an extraordinary paramilitary unit. It's got a fleet of aircraft. It's got incredible technical ability. And a lot of the people, the most experienced people who have been running this agency, are now headed for the exits. There's also a huge brain drain to consider here, in an atmosphere where there are terror threats, there are cyber threats, there are foreign adversaries, it's a massive spying campaign by China, one of the most dangerous periods really for the FBI in American history, and it is essentially right now almost paralyzed.
Ken Dilanian, thank you for your incredible reporting. We're going to be relying on it, I know, in the days ahead. It's such an important note that these are non-political civil servants. They've been keeping us safe across the country, many of them for decades. And it's absolutely outrageous, I'll just say, what we've seen happen tonight. Andrew Weissmann, always love talking to you. Thank you for shedding light on all this as well. I'm joined now by Senator Angela Alsobrooks, Democrat of Maryland. Senator, there's so much news happening at all moments. I was so struck, let me just first say, by the moment you